Oh, wait, there's one more over there. One. He needs one too. Shake hands. There you go. Last night, he reminded so hard. Joe wanted to come and tell you thank you last night. He couldn't. He did you? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, he was crying real bad. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you. That meant a lot. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. When's the fun to write that check? No, I bet not. No, I bet not. That was a good check. Oh my gosh. I know how you are. But you know what? It came from your heart. I know that. Thank you. Oh, you just have to sub a few more days. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So when you can't go, like, lunch with me or something, if you can't go with me to lunch or something, I'll understand.
All right, good evening, everybody. Can you guys hear me? All right, we want to say thank you to the band that's coming up after us for letting us use their sound system, and it's really, really nice. So when you see them later, they're playing right after we get done this evening. First thing we're going to do is we're going to have our mini 4-H members come up, and they are going to lead us in the pledges.
I am so proud of this group this week. Some of you heard them leading us in the prayer, or the pledges. So they're going to do it again, and then I'm going to have them say their names. So when we're done, let's give them a big round of applause. So if you guys can stand up with us and face the flags.
Nope, go that way.
Ready, guys?
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. My heart to great loyalty, my hands to work and service, my will to my love, my community, my country, and my world.
All right. As they walk off the stage, we'll have them tell us their names.
Cameron, Henley, Braxton, Penny, Ellen, Bridget, Wayne.
Aren't they awesome? For those of you that don't know, mini 4-H is for kids in kindergarten, first or second grade. So if you know somebody in that age group, we would love to have them join our 4-H club.
All right, so my goal is to get us out of here by 8 o'clock, and the more you clap and cheer for people, the quicker we go. Does that make sense to everybody? So isn't it great to be here at the end of fair? All right. So the very first thing we're going to do is every year we recognize a super cool volunteer, and I want to do that very first this evening because we have somebody who likes to hide in the shadows and not ever be seen, but she helps make sure that all the building projects are taken care of every single year. We're going to recognize Miss Leanne Dotson for her efforts for the 4-H program this year. Next up, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Our program is a program that reaches a lot of youth, and we have a lot of sponsors that help us through that process, that donate a lot of time and money and effort. So I'd like to recognize those. First, we have our reserve champion sponsors, Richard and Ann Bradshaw. Scott and Sherry Dio, First Bank of Bern, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Jay and Marge Freeman, Indiana Heartland Federal Credit Union, Jason and Jenna Maple, and Public Risk Underwriters of Indiana, LLC. Can we get a hand for that group? And then our champion level sponsors, these are $1,000 and above. We have Beck's Hybrid and Brian Kirkpatrick Seed Sales, Brad Howell Ford, Series Solutions, Land O'Lakes Incorporated Foundation, Co-Alliance LLP and Land O'Lakes Incorporated Foundation, Delphi Component Holdings, Farm Credit Mid-America, the Greentown Lions Club, the Howard County Commissioners and Council, and Howard County Farm Bureau. Can we get a hand for those folks? And then last but not least, we want to say thank you to Millers for the decorations we have up here on stage that have been with our livestock champions all week and also in front of the lead center. So say thank you to Millers for us, please. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to recognize our tenure members. I'd like Danny Hunt. He is the president of our 4-H Exhibit Association. He's going to come up here and greet each of our tenure members as we go through. These ladies and gentlemen have dedicated the last 10 years to participating in 4-H, to making the best better, and to reaching out to help youth younger than them. And it's always great for us to get a chance to recognize them. So I will call their name. If you guys would wait until I get done reading everything about them, and then we'll clap for them at the end. Does that work for everybody? Awesome. So first up, I need to say his name in. He's already jumping up and ready to come. Tyler Ballinger. Tyler is the son of Rob and Colin Ballinger. He's from the 4-H, the Clay Blackhawks 4-H club. He plans to attend Purdue University and study farm management. He tells younger 4-H members, work day in and out with your animals and build trust with the animal. He wants to say a special thanks to his parents and to his brother. Tyler Ballinger. Next, we have Miss Addison Bowles, daughter of Brandon and Dominique Bowles, and she is part of the Horse and Pony Club. She plans on getting into the medical field and learning different fields within there and then picking what seems most fitting. She's completed a horse since she began showing many through her 10 years, and she's also done photography. She tells younger 4-H members, don't give up and keep pushing even when it gets tough. She would like to say a special thank you to Mitzi Rivers, Olivia Copian, Nikki Keller, Brandy Cassius, Susie Cassius, her family and friends who have always come and supported her. Addison Bowles. Next, Jacob Bramble, son of Matt and Crystal Bramble and a part of the Livestock RS Club. After graduation, he plans to become a millwright apprentice with the IKORCC. He has participated in swine, lawn and garden, tractor, and shooting sports. His favorite project was pigs because he just loves animals. He'd like to say a special thanks to his club leaders, his parents, and to Dave Wyburn for teaching him everything he knows about pigs. Jacob Bramble. Next, we have Emma Byram. Emma is the daughter of Steve and Michelle Byram and is a part of the Urban Omnibus 4-H Club. She plans to pursue a Bachelor's of Nursing degree at IUK. Her favorite project has always been sheep because it was interesting to figure out their personalities and to train them accordingly. She would like to say a special thanks to Steve and Michelle Byram, Eliza Byram, Mackenzie and Rob Hoda, the Ortman family, Paul and Renee McGuire, Candace Kirk, and Carrie Griffin. Emma Byram. Next, we have Madison Collins, daughter of Amanda and Brad Collins, and a member of the Center Superstars 4-H Club. She's going to study pre-physical therapy at IUK to become a physical therapist. She has taken projects from health, foods, food press, genealogy, sports, rabbit, garden, creative writing, collections, photography, cupcake decorating, and veterinary science. Her advice to younger 4-H members is do not procrastinate. However, all my best projects were done last minute. She'd like to say a special thanks to her parents, grandparents, Matt and Hillary Elkin, the Howard County 4-H staff for supporting and helping her during her 10 years as a 4-H member. Madison Collins. Next, we have Cora Duncan. Cora is the daughter of Mark and Suzanne Duncan, and she's a part of the Urban Omnibus 4-H Club. She plans to attend Indiana State University, go Sycamores, and pursue a degree in nursing. She loved taking sewing, and swine and cake decorating. And some of her favorite projects were oven mitts, tree skirts, a table runner, a bedside organizer, and a valance and Roman shades, which were amazing if you got to see those last year. Her advice to younger 4-H members: do not give up. You will learn many life lessons that will help you in the future. She would like to say a special thanks to her mom and dad for encouraging her and taking her everywhere. Also to Anna Gaunt and Tracy Gardner for helping her learn to sew and helping with her projects. Cora Duncan. Next up, we have Kaylee Dunn, daughter of Jay and Melinda Stokes. She's part of the Honey Creek Growers 4-H Club. She plans to attend Manchester University to study biochem as a pre-med major. She's taken swine, floriculture, cupcake decorating, sheep, photography, scrapbook sewing, and small animals. Her advice to younger 4-H members: prioritize school and make sure you get the best grades you can. She'd like to say a special thanks to her parents and grandparents for helping with projects and always supporting her. Kaylee Dunn. Next, we have Anthony Dutton, the son of Dennis and Jennifer Dutton, and a member of the Hoosier 4-Hers 4-H Club. He plans to attend Calvin University to study mechanical engineering and perform with the Calvin Theater. He would like to share with younger 4-H members: enjoy the moment, because you never know when something like COVID can come along and take it all away. He would like to say a special thanks to his parents for making him get up every morning at 5 a.m. to do chores. Their insistence for him getting up has taught him responsibility and a strong work ethic. Anthony Dutton. Sorry about that. Olivia Fullen. Olivia is the daughter of Zach and Angie Fullen, is a part of the Urban Omnibus 4-H Club. She plans to attend college to study nursing. Her favorite 4-H projects were sheep and swine because it taught her to work hard and to have dedication. She loved getting to work with her animals while spending time with her family. She'd like to say a special thank you to her parents, Zach and Angie Fullen, brother Hunter Fullen, uncles Joey and Philip Pullman, both of my grandfathers, Joe Pullman and Eric Fullen, and her cousin, Madison Ingram. Olivia Fullen. Jolie Good. Jolie is the daughter of Joseph and Candace Good and is a member of the Taylorific 4-H Club. Jolie is also the reason we have a llama and alpaca project in this county. So thank you, Jolie. I appreciate it. She plans to attend University of Indianapolis to study for physical therapy assistant. She would like to tell younger 4-H members: 1, start your projects early and don't procrastinate. 2, don't be afraid to try or start a new project. She'd like to say a special thanks to her family and friends for supporting and encouraging her, and thank you to all the 4-H staff and volunteers for making 4-H possible. Jolie Good. Corinne Janovitz. Corinne is the daughter of Nathan and Stacy Janovitz and is a member of the Monroe Blue Ribbon Club. And she is also our longest traveling 4-H'er, coming from Pennsylvania every summer.
Wow.
Her future plans are to get a job working in the hospitality industry. She would like to tell younger 4-H members: work with your goats often so they will lead well. She wants to say a special thanks to her grandma, grandpa, and Uncle Philip for helping her with her animals every year. She could not have done it without you. Corinne Janovitz. Madison, I've lost your paper now. The rule of thumb is I just make up stuff about you if I can't find your paper. So I may just have to make up stuff about you. Madison Ingram. Madison, I'll make this better. She'll just talk to you.
My parents are Brad and Lori Ingram. I'm attending Ivy Tech to study nursing. Because you have to learn a lot of responsibility. don't ever give up. Because we had COVID and so much wiped it out, but I mean, everybody is coming back home. I don't care. I want to thank my whole family, especially my papa and my uncles. I'm Madison.
I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but she did a wonderful job up there. Will Lovelace. Will is the son of Brian and Chris Lovelace and a member of the Clay Blackhawks 4-H Club. He plans to study finance at IUK. His paper does not have much on it, so I'm working with what I can. His favorite project is swine. He likes swine because it taught responsibility, and he wants to say thank you to his parents and grandparents. Will Lovelace. Kinsey Miller. Kinsey is the daughter of Shannon Miller and is a member of the Jackson Beneficium 4-H Club. She plans to attend IUPUI and study dental hygiene. Her favorite project is gift wrapping because it shows off her skills and she enjoys the challenge of doing it. She's learned leadership skills as well as advancing communication with others as a part of 4-H. She'd like to say a special thank you to her mom and grandpa for pushing her to do her best and never letting her quit. Kinsey Miller. Kelsey Montgomery. Kelsey is the daughter of Jason Montgomery and Lisa Montgomery, and a member of the Center Superstars 4-H Club. She plans to attend IUK to study physical therapy. Her favorite projects have been miscellaneous craft because she can be creative with her project and can submit pretty much anything you want. It leaves room for your creative side to run wild. She'd like to say thank you to her parents for helping out with her projects, her club leaders for answering her questions, all the volunteers who help out each year, and the Extension Office for making 4-H happen. Kelsey Montgomery. Ellery Newhouse. Ellery is the daughter of Brent and Tanya Newhouse and a member of the Livestock RS 4-H Club. She plans to attend Purdue University to study ag communication, and hopefully she can come back and make sure that I get all my ducks in a row. She has taken swine and sewing and photography in her time in 4-H. Her advice to younger 4-H members would be to work hard, live in the moment, and name your animals. And she'd like to say a special thank you to her parents and brothers for teaching her everything she knows about 4-H. Ellery Newhouse. Haley Owens. Haley is the daughter of Anna and Greg Owens and is a member of the Taylor Friendship 4-H Club. She plans to attend IUK and get her BSN. Her favorite project has been fine arts because she really enjoys painting and she loves to try new things. She would like to say a special thank you to her 4-H leaders, Haley Owens. Mackenzie Patterson. Mackenzie is the daughter of James and Sherry Patterson, and she did list the 4-H club, so she is a part of our giraffe club. She plans to attend Purdue University to study computer science and software engineering. Her favorite project has been scrapbooking because she got to do her brother's trip to Europe with his wife so that she could give it to him as a wedding gift. She's thoughtful too. She has learned from 4-H better time management. She would like to say thank you to her parents for always supporting her and her projects. Mackenzie Patterson. Tegan Phillips. Tegan is the daughter of Gary and Ann Phillips and a member of the Jackson Beneficium 4-H Club. Her future plans involve going to Huntington University to study graphic design and to play soccer. She's taken wearable arts over the years and she likes it because she has the freedom to be creative and to express herself. She would like to say thank you to her parents for always encouraging her to stick with 4-H. Tegan Phillips. Next up is Travis Pointer. Travis is the son of Will and Myra Pointer and a member of the Taylorific 4-H Club. His future plans are to get a job. His favorite projects that he's taken are Legos because they fuel his creativity, and he would like to tell younger 4-H members to never give up. He'd like to say a special thanks to his mom and dad, Keith Wadlow, all of the junior leader sponsors, the 4-H staff, and Mrs. Keller. Travis Pointer. Keaton Romero. Keaton is the daughter of Amy Romero and Guardians Abby and Mike Summers, and Hal and Jennifer Smith. She plans to attend Anderson University to double major in music business and musical theater, and with her degree, she will be moving to Nashville, Tennessee to become a professional musician in the music industry. Her favorite project would have to be Make with a Mix, because she loves to cook and bake. She also enjoys the project because she gets to add her own spices to the recipe. She would like to say thank you to her family for always pushing her to do her best and to always persevere. And most importantly, to her mother, she would like to say thank you for teaching me everything I know and for making me the woman I am today. You taught me the importance of strength, compassion, and love. Your tenderness and generosity not only impacted me as your daughter, but also countless other lives in this community and all across the United States. I am so thankful and so incredibly blessed to be able to call you Mom. Love always. P.S. Thank you for staying up till 4 in the morning the night before judging to help me finish my projects. Kate Romero. Cameron Wagler. Cameron is the son of Nathan and Tina Wagler and a member of the Jackson Beneficium 4-H Club. He plans to attend Purdue University and become a corporate pilot. His 4-H projects taken in the past few years are rabbits, chickens, and shooting sports. His advice to younger 4-H members, hard work almost always pays off in the end. What he's learned in 4-H, he learned time management skills and a good work ethic. He'd like to say thank you to his mom, dad, and grandparents. Cameron Wagler. Somehow I don't have Jay Spencer's paper either, so he gets to come up and talk about himself too. Oh, you're lucky. Somebody found it in the back. Jace Spencer. Jace is the son of Chris Clevenger and David Spencer, member of the Liberty Clodbusters Club. His future plans are to be a lineman with the Colts. Bears. What kind of lineman? Electrical lineman. All right. His favorite project has been turkeys because they're easy to take care of. I'm not done yet. Come back here. His advice to younger members, just have fun and don't worry about what ribbon you get. And he says a special thanks to everyone that has helped him out. Jace Spencer. Gabriella Weaver. Gabriella is the son of Corey Weaver and Kayla Lucky and a member of the Center Superstars. She plans to attend IUPUI and major in psychology and a minor in criminal justice with hopes of becoming a profiler. So if you're a bad person, run away. Her favorite project was gardening because it provided her with a relaxing project that also allowed her to bond with her grandpas and taught her a few things. She's learned from 4-H that perfectionism is an ideal that is toxic to the mind, but doing your best is a goal. I would like for you to write my performance reviews, please. You're awesome. Special thanks to her parents, grandparents, and siblings for encouraging in their own special ways, her friends for always helping her, and also for chickens for giving her a reason to get started in 4-H. Gabriella Weaver. Kaylin Wiley. Kaylee is the daughter of Kyle and Julie Wiley and a member of the Clay Blackhawks. Her future plans are to attend Purdue University and major in pre-vet medicine with a focus on animal science or biochemistry. She loves sewing. It is so rewarding to see all of the work put into the project and the final product. She's learned from 4-H, if you just put in the time and effort, you can truly produce something amazing. She would like to say a special thanks to her parents for always pushing her to finish her projects, Marge Freeman for helping her with her sewing projects for many years, and the Loveless family for letting me house my pigs at their farm for the last 10 years. Kaylee Wiley. And last but certainly not least, Audrey Wyrick. Audrey is the daughter of Tiffany Wyrick and Chris Wyrick and a member of the Liberty Clodbusters 4-H Club. She plans to attend IUK for 4 years, Purdue for another 4 years, and Texas A&M for 4 years to become a specialized veterinarian in equine surgery. So 12 years of school if we're counting at home. Her favorite project would have to be cattle because she spends hours upon hours in a barn trying and succeeding to mold the animal into what she believes is the best. She wishes to thank those in the 4-H community for teaching her as well as for giving her some of the most memorable memories as a 4-H'er and also for teaching her that she can accomplish anything. Audrey Wyrick. This year, we would also like to recognize our outgoing seniors. We know that not everybody gets an opportunity to be a part of 4-H when they're in third graders. So we want to take the time to recognize those people who have completed their time in 4-H this year. So we're going to read those names off. Nico Bailey, Madison Baxter, Brianne Gallagher, Amelia Habig, Maddie Hensley, Marin Kinley, David Lane, Caleb Melton, Blair Phillips, Caroline Sullivan, and Janelle and Sydney Ward. If I read your name, please come up here so we give you a hand. Come on, Nico. It won't kill you. Jason. I always like it when Iris is waiting because it means I don't have to stall. So thank you, Iris. We're going to have Iris Eller come up. She is going to present the Farm Bureau Tenure Awards.
It's my privilege this evening to present these tenure awards. Each year, the County Purdue Extension selects 2 members that have met these criteria. They have, for their 4-H club achievements, their years of participation, and the number of completed projects. And this is just a way to publicly recognize these young people. Because Farm Bureau recognizes the character building the 4-H has for our young people, we're pleased to support our county youth by sponsoring this award. We supply the 4-H pins, we participate in the livestock auction, and we support Purdue Extension and the 4-H leagues. Indiana Farm Bureau has provided a plaque for each of these recipients. They've had a banner hanging in the metal building all week that they will take home. And then Howard County Incorporated will give them a monetary award of $50. And this year's Tenure Award winners are Jolie Good and Jay Spencer.
Iris is a little shorter than you. Okay, a lot shorter than you. All right, next up, we get to give away scholarships. This is one of the favorite things I get to do every single year. Scholarships are given to those who have achieved a lot in 4-H, but also have learned a lot of things. When you apply for a state scholarship, you're having to share the life skills that you've learned in your time in 4-H. And when you apply for the local scholarships, you have to do the same. It also comes with a letter of recommendation, grades, and many other things that are put together. It is always a joy to give these away, and these kids should be praised for how hard they've worked over the last few years. So the very first one we're going to give away is an Indiana 4-H Foundation scholarship, and that goes to Mr. Isaac Guffey. Our other Indiana 4-H Foundation scholarship goes to Kelsey Montgomery. The Howard County Junior Leaders give away a scholarship every year, and this year that scholarship goes to Anthony Dunton. Next, we are giving away 2 scholarships that come from the Paul Raver Memorial Scholarship Fund. And Paul Raver was a longtime educator in Howard County, and his family set up a scholarship fund many, many years ago that continues to grow. And this year we were able to give 2 scholarships out of that fund. And those 2 scholarship winners are Kelsey Montgomery and Kaylee Wiley. All right, now we get to the speed reading portion of the evening. So I will read both the grand and reserve for each project, and then we'll clap for both of them at the same time. Work for everybody? All right, here we go. Aerospace, our grand champion was Conlon Fulton. Our reserve champion was Isaac Elkin. Seniors and tenure, if you're a grand champion, you can go ahead and head over and get in line. I was supposed to tell you earlier, I'm sorry. Next up, grand champion for beekeeping, Ian Woods. Reserve grand champion, Sadie Simpson. Best of show cat was Taylor Smith. Reserve runner-up best in show cat was Jenna Hendricks. Cake decorating, grand champion Sadie Simpson. Reserve champion Jenna Schaefer. Cat poster, grand champion Shelby Anderson. Reserve grand champion Keaton Romero. I'm going to slow down now. We could talk about the beauty we have up on stage up here, and Danny. Danny's beautiful. He's my wonderful assistant this evening. All right, we're going to keep going now. Next up, we have child development. Mackenzie Collins is our grand champion, reserve grand champion, Kennedy Fugit. Collections, our grand champion is Taylor Schmidt. Our reserve grand champion is Roman Harris. Consumer clothing, our grand champion is Mackenzie Collins. Reserve grand champion Jessica Hartman. Creative writing, our grand champion is Isaac Elkin. Our reserve grand champion is Caleb Eller. Crocheting and knitting, grand champion Esther Goldner. Reserve grand champion Lydia Schaefer. Crops, alfalfa, grand champion Joe Ford. Reserve champion Maylee Yoder. Corn, grand champion Leighton Downing. Reserve grand champion Andrew Hartman. Oats, grand champion Olivia Poland. Soybeans, grand champion Leighton Downing. Reserve grand champion Andrew Hartman. Cupcake decorating, grand champion Alexa Maurer. Reserve grand champion Mallory Condon. High Point Dog Champion Elizabeth Evans. High Point Dog Reserve Champion Jenna Hendricks. And Dog Sportsmanship Award Jenna Hendricks. Dog Poster Grand Champion Taylor Smith. Reserve Grand Champion Addison Sparling. Electric, Grand Champion Alexander Foreman, Reserve Grand Champion Tessa Ortman. Farm Toy Scene, Grand Champion Ian Woods, Reserve Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt. Fashion Review, Junior Grand Champion Arabella Winrott. Fashion Review, Junior Reserve Grand Champion Mallory Condon. Fashion Review, Senior Grand Champion Avery Rose. Reserve Grand Champion Elena Bowles. Fine Arts, Grand Champion Roland Elmore. Reserve Grand Champion Morgan Miller. Fire Safety, Grand Champion Kenzie Miller. Floriculture, Grand Champion Cambry Salisbury, Reserve Grand Champion Jana Hillis. Food Preservation, Grand Champion Lillian Windsor, Reserve Grand Champion Kendall Montgomery. Foods, Junior Grand Champion Erilyn Foreman, Reserve Grand Champion Mallory Condon. Senior Grand Champion for Foods is Elena Bowles. Reserve Grand Champion Noah Goldner. Gardening Grand Champion Ruth Goldner. Reserve Grand Champion Gabriella Weaver. Genealogy, Grand Champion Lincoln Downey. Geology, Grand Champion Isaac Elkin. Gift Wrapping Champion Kenzie Miller. Reserve Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt. Health, Grand Champion Jana Hillis. Reserve Grand Champion Madison Collins. Home Environment, Grand Champion Dylan Collins. Reserve Grand Champion Avery Rose. Horseless Horse, Grand Champion Liberty Gross. And that just means horse poster. Lawn and Garden Tractor Operator Skills, Junior Grand Champion Hunter Sellers and Senior Grand Champion Nathan Rush. Lego Type Models Grand Champion Grant Liscombe, Reserve Grand Champion Alexander Foreman. Make with a Mix was a family affair. Grand Champion Kenzie DeGraff and Reserve Grand Champion Caitlin DeGraff. Miscellaneous Crafts, our Grand Champion was Katie Mayhill. Our Reserve Grand Champion was Alana Alexander. Our Grand Champion of Models was Leighton Scheimer. Photography Prints Grand Champion, Isabel Beals. Photography Prints Reserve Grand Champion, Titus Guffey. Photography Salon Prints, Grand Champion Aubrey Sparling, Reserve Grand Champion Lydia Schaefer. Poultry Poster or Display, Grand Champion Gabriella Weaver, Reserve Grand Champion Shelby Anderson. Rabbit Poster, Grand Champion Trenton Hendricks, Reserve Grand Champion Brooklyn Collins. Reading, Grand Champion Elnora Winrose. Recycling, Grand Champion Lillian Windsor. Reserve Grand Champion Ava Kantz. Reed Basket, Grand Champion Aaron McKinney, Reserve Grand Champion Hannah Troyer. Scrapbooking, Grand Champion Mackenzie Patterson, Reserve Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt. 4-H Memories Scrapbooking, Grand Champion Isaac Elkin, Reserve Grand Champion Annabelle Waite. So for fun, Grand Champion Emily Lane, Reserve Grand Champion Isabella Sanchez. Sewing Non-Wearable, Junior Grand Champion Isabella Sanchez, Junior Reserve Grand Champion Mallory Condon. Sewing Wearable, Junior Grand Champion Arabella Winrock, Junior Reserve Grand Champion Mallory Condon. Sewing Non-Wearable, Senior Grand Champion Cora Duncan. Sewing Non-Wearable, Senior Reserve Grand Champion Mackenzie Collins. Sewing Wearable, Senior Grand Champion Avery Roos, Reserve Grand Champion Abigail Waymeyer. Shooting Sports, Grand Champion Austin Hamlin, Reserve Grand Champion Connor Ortman. Small Animals, Grand Champion Kelsey Avery, Reserve Grand Champion Seth Hunt. Small Engines, Grand Champion Devin Morrow, Reserve Grand Champion Payson Hines. Sport Fishing, Grand Champion Austin Hamlin, Reserve Grand Champion Dylan Brem. While we're waiting, a couple announcements for everybody. Project pickup is tomorrow morning from 8 to noon. Remember, we're doing it alphabetically if you can. If not, come whenever you can. You're going to pick all your projects up, your ribbons and everything else on the far side of the metal building at the big door. We'll bring them out to you. If you can't make it tomorrow, the alternate times are Tuesday, July 20th from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Friday, July 23rd from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you are a state fair entrant, please look for your letter and your email that will be coming early next week to tell you when to bring your projects. All right, now we have sports. Grand champion sports, Kelsey Avery, reserve grand champion, Mary Holder. Strawberries grand champion, Taylor Schmidt. Tractor operator skills, junior grand champion, Hunter Sellers, and senior grand champion, Brayton Hensley. We're almost there. All right. Veterinary science, grand champion Kelsey Avery, reserve grand champion Taylor Schmidt. Tractor safety poster, Isaac Elkin. Wearable art modeling and wearable arts, grand champion Avery Rose, reserve grand champion Isabella Sanchez. Wearable arts reserve grand champion Tegan Phillips. Wildlife grand champion Austin Hamlin, reserve grand champion Isaac Elkin. Woodcraft grand champion Cameron Harris, reserve grand champion Owen Scheimer. Woodworking grand champion Avery Rupp, reserve grand champion James Rose. And last but not least, zero turn radius mower operator skills junior grand champion Colton Melton and grand senior grand champion Trenton Hendricks. All right, can we get a hand for all of our grand champions and reserve grand champions? All right, I promised I'd have you out of here by 8. Did I make it? Oh yeah, wait time. Listen, I just want to tell you there is nothing like being home. This fair picked me up this week, and I appreciate all of you that came up and told me how nice it was and how great of a fair you had, and it was awesome to be back. Let's look forward to a great 2022 and get back to normal. Thank you, everybody, and have a great night.
Yeah, I am too. I just gotta have the flexibility. Well, my thumb is messed up again, but it's on hold. But right now, that keeps it from hurting as bad. It's raining hard. Looks like it. Pouring, didn't it? What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, now I can see it. Yeah. I guess I'll be in this building a while.
Any 4-H adults who aren't currently doing something that could come up with food tables and get the stage cleared quickly, we would appreciate it.
Check your bands.